up, good people? It's your homegirl for one boy. If you're new to my channel, Karibu Sana. If you're a returning subscriber, what's up? How you doing? So for today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I was asked a couple of times on my social media platforms. Even in my recent Q&A that I posted here on my channel, it was one of the questions that was there, and I said that I'll talk about it in the next video. So this is basically how I balance going to school, working, and also still having a social life. A quick disclaimer as we start is that I'm in no way, shape, or form perfect in any of the things that I'm going to mention. You know, there are days that I wake up and I really can't implement some of these things. There are months I'm just having a hard time and I struggle to, have some sort of balance in my life. But these are things that have worked for me, and in a perfect day, in a perfect world, these are things that I think would be able to work for you too. We all have 24 hours in a day, right? But what's the difference between someone who's able to achieve a lot in those 24 hours and someone who isn't? I think the answer is in the power of the mind. And I know we hear about this all the time, but if you really, really want something, I think you'll go for it. You will train your mind consistently to go for that thing. You will be purposeful in getting that particular thing. Whether you want a successful school life, whether you want a successful career, successful social life, whatever it is, when you put your mind to it, you can be able to achieve a lot. Hey, wow. Nimesound kama motivational speaker hapo. Hey, shaware, kwani ni wewe? If you're like me and you have different areas of your career, then list all those areas down. If you have a social life and you have specific people in your life that you hold dear, and people maybe you're nurturing like children, or maybe you have a spouse or a relationship or close friends, list all those things down. If you have side hustles, list them down. If you have things that you're trying to achieve, long-term or short-term goals, list them down. And then when you do that list, make sure you write which ones are the most important, which ones can be put aside in case things are really busy. Maybe you're having a busy week or a busy month, things that you can put on the side for a while. List them down. List everything down. I don't believe that 100% balance can be achieved in someone's life. At one point in life, there's something that's going to be struggling and there's something that you're going to be focused on. At every moment of every day, you're choosing what to focus on, you're choosing what to prioritize on, and that's what makes a difference. When it comes to prioritizing, I'm not someone who likes planning every minute of every day. You could be that person and that's good for you, but I personally like spontaneity. I like living in the moment and going with the flow. If I feel like working in the middle of the night, I will wake up and do that. I give myself flexibility for that. But I realize that when I prioritize things during the week and during a particular day, then it really helps me not have a chaotic life. So for example, when I'm prioritizing for the week, I'll look at that week and be like, okay, what is that one thing that I really, really have to do? And some weeks, there's nothing like that. But some weeks, let's say, for example, I have exams in a particular week. That would be my focus and my sole priority for that week. Even the week before those exams, those 2 weeks, I will dedicate fully to my exams and to schoolwork. So each day, there'll be a major priority. For example, Saturdays and Sundays, because I work at Switch TV, Saturdays and Sundays, that will be my major priority. When I say major priority, I don't mean that everything else will be put to the side, but if all comes to nothing, if I'm just frustrated, I'm tired, I just want to get one thing done, the thing that I have as my main priority of that day is the thing that I will get done. I will have minor things that I want to get done during the day, maybe edit a video here, post a picture here, do this and that here, have a phone call with a friend here and there. Those would be like my minor priorities. I personally use notebooks, and I have a planner that I also use. So my notebook will be just for jotting down roughly what I want to do, and then my planner will be putting those things properly into my week and into my days. I also use apps just because I feel like sometimes I might not have these notebooks. I have my calendar app that I use absolutely every day. Like if I have a phone call with someone and they're like, oh, we should have lunch on this particular day, I will put it on my calendar, just because when you have school, work, and life, things can really be forgotten. And so I immediately put it in my calendar. I also have an app called any.do. It's a to-do list app. It's very simple, very basic. Why I like it is because I can cancel out things once I've done them, and it just gives me a sense of joy. I'm just like, wow, look at you. Pat on the back. You're doing well, sis. Because I'm not 100% in this, my attention span can be very short, and sometimes I'll be doing something and then I'll find myself on social media just mindlessly scrolling, and that's normal. Distractions are normal, but sometimes they can be very self-induced. Since we have a lot of information coming at us at every moment, our brains can get very overwhelmed, and this could lead to distractions. We'll be unable to focus and to get anything done. But once we're able to focus on a particular thing, it increases our effectiveness and even helps us to be able to finish that task a bit faster. Our brains are powered by glucose, so jumping from topic to topic uses up energy and fuel, making it harder to understand, decide, recall, memorize, and control what you do. If, for example, I have a Zoom class, because that's what we're doing right now, I'll try as much as possible to concentrate in that class, get my notes done at that particular moment, so that when I'm closer to the exams, I'm not rushing to get notes done and I'm not rushing to understand concepts. If I'm able to get as many concepts understood in that particular sitting where we're having that class, then it reduces my work in a later date. As much as we're getting all these things done, we're trying to succeed in our school life, we're trying to succeed in our careers, have healthy relationships, it's also very important to keep yourself resting and to make sure that you're doing those things that you really, really enjoy. Whether it's diffusing essential oils when you're home after a long day of work, sleeping in on a Sunday, binging, reading, hanging out with your friends, or just having phone calls with them, especially during this moment. Whatever it is that you like to do to unwind, make sure you're doing those things, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So as much as you want all these things to be prospering in your career and in your school life and your social life, if you yourself are not fed, if you're not healthy, if you're not rested, then those things, it's gonna be a bit harder to achieve them. For example, personally, Mondays tends to be my self-care day, just because I work on weekends. So Monday becomes my weekend and I will do absolutely nothing. I will watch shows, I will watch movies, I'll do skincare, I will hang out with my friends, I will do things that I think I really, really enjoy. And if sometimes Mondays I can't be able to do that because I have responsibilities or something else that I have to do, maybe a meeting here and there, then whatever day of the week that I have a free day, that will be my weekend. I make sure as much as possible to have one day of the week where I'm just doing nothing but pampering myself. If this is not possible for you, maybe you have like a very busy schedule, maybe you have a family or whatever, then what I would suggest is setting aside time either early in the morning or late in the evening where you can be able to do your self-care. In the same light, the last thing that I'm going to talk about is it's okay to take breaks and it's okay to take a few steps back. Trying to have a healthy relationship, trying to succeed in your career, trying to balance as well all that with schoolwork, it can be absolutely draining. I know that from experience. I've personally had burnouts, like actual burnouts. And I had to be like, yo, I need to take a few steps back. So it's okay to just be like, yo, I need to reduce my number of responsibilities. I need to delegate where possible. I need to not take another job for a while if you're a freelancer. I want to take a semester off school if that's possible in your school. It's very important, as much as possible, even if you're trying to succeed in all these things, to take care of yourself and to have a lot of fun. And that is it for this video. Those are just some of the things that have helped me in balancing school, work, as well as my social life. I hope this video really helps you guys. If you also have other tips, please let us know in the comments below. But if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to share, because sharing is caring. Thank you so much. Till the next video. Bye.